Unemployment is still at 3.9%. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your morning cup of coffee or your Steiner coffee and let's have a look at the latest employment data from the ABS. Unemployment rate remains at 3.9%. Now, when we're looking at the ABS, they've got a particular methodology of how they check unemployment. There's another player, and that's Roy Morgan. They have their rate at 8.1% at the moment. It's going down. They've gone down from 9.7 to 8.1. Now, you'll hear talk about these super uber chads who only work 1 hour a week during the survey period. There isn't that many of them. I think like 15,000 that can achieve that. And that should be the goal of all Australians, to have enough passive income to the point where you can only have to work 1 hour a week. And then probably the other 40 hours a week, you probably just work on your hairstyle or, lifting weights. That's the dream, lads. Anyway, let's look at this. The seasonally adjusted unemployment rate remains at 3.9% in May 2022, according to data released today by the ABS. Yep. So, employment increased by 61,000 people. Jorn Jarvis, head of Labour Statistics at the ABS, said the 61,000 increase in the number of employed people in May followed a smaller increase of 4,000 in April, which coincided with Easter school holidays, the impacts of flood and ongoing disruptions associated with the Omicron virus. The increase in May was the 7th consecutive increase in employment following the easing of lockdown restrictions in late 2021. Average employment growth over the past 3 months of 30,000 continues to be stronger than the pre-pandemic trend of around 20,000 per month. So, this is good news, everyone. Employment is still continuing to grow. The employment to population ratio increased to 64.1% in May, an all-time high, and 1.6 percentage points higher than March 2020. It was also an all-time high for people between 15 and 64 years old at 77.4%. Seasonally adjusted hours worked increased by 0.9%, following a 1.3% increase in April. In addition to the continued trend of increasing employment, we have continued to see relatively stronger growth in hours worked. This is something we also saw this time last year before the Delta outbreak. We can see here hours worked and employed are going up. So this is good. Despite the increase in total hours worked, there continue to be relatively high numbers of people working reduced hours. In line with rising numbers of COVID-19 cases in May, the number of people working reduced hours due to illness continued to be high. This reflected ongoing disruptions associated with the Omicron variant, also an increasing number of cases of influenza. I got hit with the flu, guys, and it was bloody tough. It really was. I was out for a whole day. The number of people working fewer hours than usual due to own illness increased in May to around 781,000 people, almost double the usual number for the month. Of these people, around 312,000 worked no hours, which was more than double the normal amount. The increase in hours in May would have been even greater had some of these people been able to work their usual hours. The increase in both employment and unemployment in May, the participation rate increased by 0.3% to 66.7%, a new record high. For the first time ever, more than 2 out of 3 Australians aged 15 and over participated in the labour force. There was also a record high for people aged between 15 and 64. The youth participation rate between 15 and 24 increased by 1% to 71.9, the highest since October 96. So this is really good news. This is the number that I was worried about the most. When we had the lockdowns, when we had the restrictions, it's the youth participation rate. People getting, scarring to a whole generation of Australians that couldn't enter the workforce. That is what you wanted to avoid. That's why they had all these rules and opportunities and handouts to get the young people working. Underemployment and underutilization. The underemployment rate fell 0.4 percentage points to 5.7, the lowest since August 2008. The underutilization rate, which combines the unemployment and underemployment rates, decreased 0.3 percentage points to 9.6, which was the lowest since 82. Today's release includes additional analysis of hours worked. So, there we go, guys. Some good news regarding the economy and workforce participation. If we jump here, we can see this one here. We've got, let's scroll to the top. you've got underemployment, unemployment, and unemployment combined. Now, if we look here, underemployed it's gone up slightly to 8.6%. So that could be a sign that more people are indeed participating in the economy. You don't want people to give up. You don't want them to give up and to jump ship. You want people to still have hope, to still look for work, to still participate for work. Now, we've got two different numbers here. You've got 3.9% from the ABS, 8.1% from Roy Morgan. I tend to lean more towards the Roy Morgan number of being a more accurate representation of reality than ABS. But the ABS data is what is used to make political decisions. So we need to be aware of that. So, guys, what do you reckon? Are you at all surprised with these unemployment figures? And will it continue to drive up wages? I mean, you want wage growth, but do we still want inflation? Oh, it's fun and games, isn't it? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can help out. You can financially support us via YouTube or Patreon. Use any of our referral links or contact us if you need an architect. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. It's good. Good. We didn't get the economic scarring. This is good news. No one will watch the video because it's good news, but it is good news. I've broken my Stein, guys. Don't tell anyone.